Hi, guys, and welcome to the Horror Room. So, this week I've got a bit of bad news. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to something that haven't really had for a very long time, but it obviously uh, it was an important part of the Horror Room setup, and that's my old CRT. It's actually one that I think I've had for a while. It was just sitting around. Um, but when I made the horror room what it is, I said, any good horror room setup, you got to have at least a classic setup to watch, your VHS on. And this one worked pretty well. It's a color TV. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. In case you're not familiar with a CRT, um, this one has the knob that you would pull out to turn on, and that would also be the power. Then you got the dials for the channel. Obviously, I would have it set to one channel in particular, which had my VCR hooked up to it. And then I ran my old little classic gaming systems through it. Plus, I could watch VHS. Now, this is an older model, and it's got the cable input, so it doesn't have your standard red, white, and yellow cables, which is preferable. There's also this old thing, which usually is like for Atari crap. It's got the antennas, which you could leave them up for aesthetics, but I mean, unless you got like an actual little cable box hooked up to it. Like I said, I had HDMI game systems hooked up. Basically, had this thing plugged in here to where it would change the signal. Or no. This was where the VCR was hooked up, and then I had a thing that would change the signal from HDMI to the composite input, and that's what I put in the VCR. So yeah, it worked for what it was. It's nice television color. I got lots of fun stickers that I stuck all over it. Some of these are ones that my girlfriend got me. Other ones are from packages I've ordered. I got my Fulci Lives one, got Korn, got a Jason, Terrifier, Fangoria, some awesome things. Just some random ones too, like a Bullet Bill and a Power Glove and Vegeta. But yeah, I like this TV. It served its purpose. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of time to watch some movies on it. I did enjoy a few things on it. Some gaming here and there. But these things happen. This is old technology. Not a lot of people are going out and, restoring CRTs. There are people that do that, but I mean, in this day and age, it's kind of rare. Now, with the rise of people getting back into VHS and retro gaming, CRTs have become kind of a market. You can sell them for a pretty good amount. Like I said, when I found this one, I think it was like 10, maybe $20 at the most. But you could see people selling a TV this size for like $50, $60, which, in my opinion, is pretty crazy. Now, I was going to salvage this because I know nothing about repairing these old TVs, and I could pay someone to fix it, but again, that's going to be money I don't have for something that I technically don't need. It was just like something I enjoyed here and there. So I was like, hey, I got these Halloween figures. I had a fun idea because I've seen people do this online. People will take broken TVs and they'll gut all the electronic stuff out of the inside. They'll take the screen out and they'll turn it into like a little diorama. And I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to have like a little diorama of these trick-or-treaters from Halloween 3 inside like an old Halloween themed like video rental store, like checking out old VHS horror movies. That would be sick. Unfortunately, my dream kind of died at the thought process because I don't know anything about taking these things apart. I looked into it, and I will say if you are not a professional when it comes to taking apart a CRT or an older type TV or even a modern TV, in my opinion, don't risk it because it can be very lethal. TVs can store electrical charges for months. Uh, you know, it's probably not out of the realm of possibility, even up to a couple years maybe. I would just think it depends on the model, the type of insides you're working with. Um, Now, if I had gone that route, I could have paid someone to take it apart safely, because I don't feel comfortable doing it, and I'm not trying to electrocute myself just to make a little silly diorama out of an old TV. Um, so I thought about, hey, like, let me recycle this. And there's a center that recycles old electronics, but you have to pay them to recycle it. So it's like, wow, that kind of sucks. And I know when people were getting rid of their old TVs, they would just stick them near the curb. And I mean, probably not the best thing to do, but at this point, I might just set it outside. And, if someone wants it, they can have it. They could probably fix it up or know what to do with it. But, like, it's just sitting around. It's taking up some space. I mean, it's not really in the way. And I could just keep it as a decoration, but this is this is heavy. It's kind of pointless to keep around if I can't use it to watch movies or play games on. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. I know this is going to be a lot of a shorter video than we're usually doing on a Sunday. But I know probably some of you guys have had a similar experience, like you've had a TV for a while and you use it for certain things and then you can't use it anymore. And it's kind of a bummer. But, especially with older technology, it's bound to happen. Like, I got my VCRs, I got my Laserdisc player. Eventually, those will stop working. And, a lot of this might be useless to me. Hopefully not anytime soon. And hopefully I get to enjoy most of it before that happens. But otherwise, I mean, if I had to sell some other stuff to somebody else who can enjoy it, that's great, but I'm not going to sell a broken TV to someone. I mean, like I said, there's probably somebody out there that knows how to fix these, but, I'm not trying to, get rich off of selling broken items to another collector. So, yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but, these things happen. I do just want to say, if you guys have an older TV that breaks down and you don't know how to fix it, don't risk it. Either look into fixing it if you're dead set on keeping it, or recycle it. You'll probably have to pay to recycle it. I mean, or you could just try and list it for free, like say, "Hey, porch pickup, somebody come get this." I might end up going that route, because like I said, it's not taking up space right now, and rather than just leave it outside for someone to smash and make a mess. So yeah. Old technology, not the most reliable, so enjoy it while you got it. Yeah, I guess that about covers it. Like I said, I know this was a shorter video. Maybe it's not the most interesting video, but I thought maybe this could, bring up a discussion. Like, if you guys have any good stories of, like, older TVs and things that happened to those, or, that transition where people were switching from CRTs to flat screens, like, how did that affect you? Like, are you dead set on the old technology, or do you use both? I kind of use both. Before we go, I'll show you my new setup. I have this monitor. It's more like a computer monitor, but it does have a way to plug the VCR in. I got a special cord that turns the VCR signal into an HDMI signal. I had the opposite of that for the other one. But that way I can still watch VHS on this. It works fine. It maybe stretches the picture a little bit, but I actually think it keeps it the same ratio on this. And then obviously I got these little classic systems, so it's just nice to have somewhere to come and relax and watch some movies. And if I want, since this is HDMI compatible, I could get a splitter and, watch some Blu-rays and box sets and stuff in here. But I'll figure that out eventually. I just thought I would share this little fun fact, I guess, that my old TV died. Shocker. But yeah, it would be a shocker if I tried to take it apart myself. So, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this was something different, like interesting enough. We'll be back to some more normal horror stuff next week. I just, wanted to share that story with you and see if you guys had any stories yourselves to share. So, I guess I'll see you next Sunday and take care.